Oh, it's Dr. Julie with Summit Wellness Group. Good morning. I'm coming to you by myself today. Hopi is doing some self-care, which is great. And today we are going to talk about, oh, sorry, I had a little technical glitch there. Today we're going to be talking about gut health. And one thing that's super important with gut health that's so easy and free, pretty much free, is water. So, making sure you are drinking plenty of water is one of the most important things you can do. And I know that in general, people aren't always as good as drinking water as they could be. So, I'm going to drink some water. One little trick that I love is to have something fun to drink your water out of. I have loved these fun, sparkly Starbucks cups. And one of my other friends has one, and I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, I need one of those too. You know who you are." And just making it fun because when you see it, you're like, "Ooh, I love that cup." And so I'm going to have a drink. The other thing that makes it really easy is having a straw. And I know it seems silly and simple, but having a straw is going to increase your water intake. If you have a water bottle that has a flip top straw, keep it open if it's in a place that's not going to spill. That little act of keeping the straw open will also increase your amount of water drinking through the day. And you know the formula is whatever your weight is in pounds, drink half of that in ounces for your water for the day. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you drink 50 ounces of water. If you weigh 200 pounds, you drink 100 ounces of water. So just make sure that you kind of know how many of these you need during the day, and try to get those in. Another thing, especially for anybody who is working from home, is get that favorite picture of your grandma's out, or that cool Tiffany's picture, or something that you inherited, and fill it up in the morning and have it be done by the end of the day, because that is just another really fun way to remind yourself to drink water. And other people walking by, they're like, "Oh, your water isn't empty yet." So we need to help each other and help ourselves to remember. Okay, so we have to remember that our bowels are the last place in our body that gets water. So if we're dehydrated, our body's going to hydrate our brain and our heart and our kidneys first, and our bowels last. And we have to have water to make our poop soft. So you knew it was going to come. I'm going to be talking about poop today, so watch out. Um, so make sure that you drink a lot of water, because we want to have nice, soft, big, bulky poops. And being constipated is no fun. For those of you on semaglutide or tirzepatide, you know that your bowels have really slowed down on this medicine, and constipation is a real thing. So staying hydrated is the number one most important thing. The second thing is to get a lot of good, healthy, natural fibers in your diet. So good fiber foods, uh, like asparagus and Jerusalem artichoke and jicama and celery. Apples can be on there too. And then if you do use a fiber supplement, you have to make sure you're drinking water, because if you have a fiber supplement, especially something like Metamucil or Benefiber, if you don't stay hydrated, now you have poop jam and Metamucil log jam. So we just really want to make sure that you are staying hydrated and getting all that flowing. The other thing that can be really helpful to help you move your bowels is magnesium. So we use Colonex, which we love this company, Zymogen. It's an excellent supplement company. They have great data and scientific studies on all of their products. This is a magnesium citrate. So remember that there's about 10 different kinds of magnesium. For magnesium to help you poop, you want citrate or magnesium oxide. In the drink Calm you can get at the grocery store, that's magnesium carbonate, but they have citric acid in with it, and so you mix it with water, it forms magnesium citrate. So those are the kinds of magnesium that can help you poop. Taking the pills of magnesium citrate, definitely, if you take them at night, you should poop in the next morning. It's not as dramatic as drinking the liquid magnesium citrate. If any of you guys have done that before colonoscopy prep, this is much gentler on your body, and you can take this every day. Because most people are magnesium deficient, this can help with your body's magnesium stores, and it definitely can help you poop. So staying hydrated and pooping every day is so important, especially right now as we are shifting all those bad bacteria in our system. We're trying to get those out. We need to get them out by pooping them out. So being constipated is not going to help, especially during an elimination diet. And sometimes you can get more constipated during an elimination diet because your body is shifting what food it's getting. So some of that constipation is just a change in diet. Some of it is because that bacteria is maybe not stimulating the bowel as much as it used to. But getting, better out than in, we say. So Colonex, and I'll put links to all the things that we talked about today in the links below. Colonex is just, it's so great. It comes in 120 capsules or in a 60 caps box. And if you have magnesium at home, just take it. It's so good. Another thing that can help you if you're constipated occasionally is Smooth Move tea. I don't have that box with me today. It's a senna-based tea. That is something you're only going to want to take once or twice a week at max, because that's a stimulant laxative. And if we take it more than that, your body can get used to that and get dependent on it, and you have to take it to poop, and we don't want that to happen. So there's some things you can take every day. There's some things you can take every once in a while. Okay. So the other interesting thing about the poop is that we can test your poop. I know it sounds weird, but it is amazing to really kind of figure out what's going on in your gut and really understand your gut health by testing your stool. So there's a lot of different stool testing kits out there. We use the GI map by Diagnostic Solutions. This is a great test. There's it's like a little hot dog tray, and you poop into the tray, or we can get you like a hat to poop into at the toilet, and you scoop the poop into a specimen jar and then send it off, and they send you back a 6-page report on all of this information about your gut health through your stool. So it looks at all of the good bacteria in your stool, all of the medium bacteria in your stool, all of the bad bacteria in your stool. It can see if you have parasites or worms or viruses. It can see norovirus. It can see H. pylori, and a lot of people have H. pylori in their gut, even at low levels, that can be causing issues. And then it can also see how effective is your pancreas, how much bowel or stomach acid are you using, how well are you processing fats in your body, how long or how well, like, do you have blood in your stool, it's just, one more screening test. So doing the GI map test has been really interesting for a lot of people, including myself, because we think that, we take probiotics and we take, these healthy foods, but if our gut microbiome is out of whack, then we can stay out of whack, and we can have a hard time figuring out, why am I not getting better even though I'm doing all the right things. Like, I was taking a good probiotic, Align, which is a good over-the-counter probiotic, recommended by a GI friend of mine, but it has one strain of bifidobacter in there. And when I did my stool test, I found that was the only good strain that I had in my gut. I didn't have lactobacillus. I didn't have the enterococcus that I needed. It was crazy. And so, but I didn't know to change my probiotic until I did my stool test. And then I was able to customize my probiotic to really get my gut feeling back so much better, so much better. So if you're interested in the GI map test, let us know. We'd love to arrange an appointment to talk with you about it and get that going. It takes a couple of weeks to come back, but then we can customize a whole gut health regimen for you to really help turn things around. And we have had people dramatically improve their health, not only with their gut, but with sinuses and allergies and sleep and anxiety when our gut is in balance. And so that leads me to, again, gut health is so important. And one of my favorite books, and I'm sorry I don't have the copy of the book right now because I loaned it out, is Super Gut by William Davis. This book is so good. He also wrote the Wheat Belly Diet, if you know anything about that book. But it really talks about, the deep dive into the microbiome, understanding it, and it actually has a 4-week plan, very similar to what we're doing, to help reset the gut. So if you want more specifics on that, it's written really well. He's an MD that wrote the book, and it's written for, everybody to understand. And it's really fascinating to really understand what's going on with the gut, because the crazy thing is we have, I think it's 100 times more bacterial DNA in our gut than we do human DNA in our whole bodies. We have way more bacterial stuff in our bodies than human. So we're really a product of our gut. So if we can change our gut microbiome, we can change so much. And it's really amazing. And one of the other really cool things that really good gut health helps with is overall immunity, because the majority of our immune cells are in our gut. And I can tell you, knock on wood, I hope I don't jinx myself, but my family had COVID earlier earlier in the holiday season, and then my son had a bad GI bug, and knock on wood, I've stayed healthy through the whole thing, and I really am chalking it up to, good, you know, hand washing and masking when it is appropriate, but also to my gut health is just so much better than it used to be. I used to almost always get sick in the winter at least once, and now I have, stayed healthy throughout this whole time, which feels great. So I really encourage you all to make sure you're pooping every day. And if you're interested, get your poop checked. We can do virtual visits. We can send you these kits. I'm licensed in 16 states right now, soon to be 18. So if you're interested, if you're wondering if I'm interested, if you're wondering if I'm licensed in the state that you're in, let me know and I'd be glad to let you know. And I can actually get licensed in more states if we need. But it's really cool to be able to really do a deep dive into gut health. And we do functional medicine as well. And so we have a whole program with that as well. But we love to talk with you and learn more about you and hear about how your guts are doing. And we'd love to see pictures of what you're eating and hear comments about how things are going. What are good things? What are challenging things? So we look forward to hearing more from you. We're going to take a break from the lives over the weekend, and then we'll be back on Monday at 12:30 for our next live. So have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay healthy, drink water, and poop well. We'll see you soon.